She's all right when you get to know her. This is my podcast, and it takes you from your restrictive, toxic, life-limiting 9 to 5 into a life on your terms, full of freedom and flexibility as a self-employed virtual assistant. So whether this is your first introduction into the possibility of becoming a VA, or perhaps you've been doing a bit of Googling already, I'm going to get rid of the overwhelm, rid of the self-doubt, and show you that this life is possible. I've not just started this rodeo, you know. I'm Catherine Gladwyn, and I've been doing what you think is impossible since 2015. Shall we get started? Right, so this bit is actually a really crucial part about being a virtual assistant, and it's what so many people don't do. So I used to do one-to-one mentoring for people that wanted to be a virtual assistant or wanted to move their virtual assistant business forward. I don't do that anymore because, get your violins out, because I like to use my spare time to grow brain tumours, and I'm currently having chemotherapy, so there's absolutely no way I can do it. But yeah, I once mentored this lady, and she'd become a virtual assistant at the same time as me, late 2015. And I powered ahead, right? That isn't me going, you know, look at me, I'm Usain Bolt, and she was somebody else that isn't fast at running. It's just, I was doing things differently. And she very graciously got in touch with me and said, look, can I have a power hour? Because you're just doing great at being a VA, and I'm still stuck in my full-time job. Well, it was part-time. She'd managed to go part-time, but she just couldn't earn enough money as a VA to leave it. So I was like, yeah, let's do this. So we set up a power hour, and my first question to her was, right, so how much do you need to earn to live safely as a virtual assistant? Bearing in mind, you've got to add 30% for like tax and national insurance. And her answer was, I don't know. Like, I'm looking around the room now, you can't see my eyes, but how can you ever leave employment if you don't know what you need to earn? I know a sum off the top of my head, I think. I'll have a go now. Because I've done loads of videos of this on TikTok, but I think I've got the sums as well somewhere on my website. But let's imagine you'd need to earn 1,500 quid a month to be able to leave your full-time job. You need to add 30% to that for tax and national insurance. Yes, tax is like, what is it, 20% or something, or, you know, but you've got national insurance and you've got to pay a bit on account when you're a new business and blah, blah, blah. So you need to add 30% to whatever your figure is. And thinking about a body figure now, you know, if I was to add 30% to mine, I would not be happy. I'd be juicing till Christmas. The 30% on 1,500 is 1,950. So that would be what you need to earn every month. Now, say you're charging £30 an hour. Let me just get my calculator up so I don't mess this up. So you need to earn 1,950 a month. Divide that by £30 an hour, if that's what you're going to charge, no less. You got to work 65 hours a month. A month, right? So 65 hours a month times, I don't know, what should I do? Shall I give you 4 weeks off or something? So 65 hours a month times 12 months equals 780 hours a year. And then I'm going to divide that by not 52 weeks, because I'm going to give you some weeks off. So let's say 46 weeks, because that then gives you 4, 5, 6 weeks off a year. So divided by 46 weeks equals 16.95. So let's say 17 hours a week you need to. Every time I do the sum, I'm still, after all these years, I'm like, is that all? And it is 17 hours a week. That would be all you would need to work. But that's if you wanted to bring in 1,500 a month. You know, I could do a sum for 3,000. Let's do 3,000. So 3,000 a month plus 30% tax and national insurance is 3,900. 3,900 a month times, hang on, I've pressed the wrong button. 3,900 a month times 12 months equals 46,800 a year, divided by 46, let's give you 6 weeks off again, is £1,017 a week. So let's do 1017 divided by £30 an hour. Bearing in mind, I've given you 6 weeks off. £30 an hour, you'd have to work 34 hours a week. That's still less than full time. And that's 6 weeks off a year, if you want. You probably won't. Probably, if you haven't got children, you'll probably only have a couple of weeks off a year, won't you? It'll just go naturally quiet at Christmas. So it's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. So your next step to being a VA is to work out what you need to earn every month to live comfortably and add 30% to it. Now, what I did when I first started my business, I looked at all my outgoings and I had things that I didn't really need anymore. There was, my daughter was, I can't remember how old she was, but I still had the Disney Channel and it was on Sky then. So I got rid of that. I got rid of something else on my Sky package. What else did I do? I changed my mobile phone contract because I could get that cheaper. I'll tell you what, right, as well. Voxy, VOXI, they do this mobile contract for £10 a month, unlimited social media, unlimited everything, £10 a month. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to see if I can put the link in the notes below because I'm an affiliate for them as well. I use it. I use Voxy. My partner uses Voxy. My mum, my daughter, she's in Geneva at the moment and it's working fine over there. Yeah, I was with 3 beforehand and I couldn't get any coverage. But yeah, I've got an affiliate link for them and what you get is you get £10, so you get a month free, and then I get £10 as well. So yeah, feel free. Actually, I forgot to tell you, what I've got a calculator where you can work out how many hours you need to work. So if you go to catherinegladwyn.co.uk/calculator, a free calculator that you can use to work out how many hours you need to work a month in order to leave your full-time job. In the next episode, I am going to talk to you about how to juggle being a VA alongside your 9 till 5 or whatever other hours you're doing in an employed role. And I'll also share what not to do. In other words, don't do what I did and get caught. I'll save that for next time. Don't forget to subscribe. I am really grateful to everybody that listens. I really am, honestly. I'm just little me from Swindon. So yeah, you're actually helping me through my chemo by listening to this. So thank you. If you're ready to reclaim your independence, then subscribe to this podcast because there is so much I'm going to give you. You got to subscribe on your favourite channel, it says. What channel? I ain't going to be on the BBC, am I?